So I decided I'd make a short video today, just showing not only for me and what I'm doing to my bike, but also for other people in the future, as in options for a gas tank for your Shadow 600, 752 I think, bobber projects. But as far as that goes, I'm talking like stock to the typical peanut tank that everybody runs, and then something else that I tried to dive into and I still want to further into, but haven't really, like, I don't know, haven't gotten even further into it to where I'm like welding in the bottom. You'll see what I'm talking about. But this is the tank options. You have typical Sportster tank with the tunnel for the double backbone. You have, this is a TC Bros Axed Alien tank, I believe. Has a single tunnel right there, and as you can see, I cut it out, which I'll go into that further in a second. And then stock tank. I have pictures of stock tank, I have pictures of this without being cut out, and pictures of it being cut out, and then everybody knows what that tank looks like. So, to further into this tank, I've lined this tank, which I don't have my flashlight on me, but there's a liner in there now, so it's sealed with the Rust-Oleum gas tank sealer. Put a picture up here. And then also, so to dive into this tank, clearly this doesn't work and it would just sit on top of the frame. Just the way it sits on top of the frame, and you still have that big ass tunnel hold for a single backbone, as most normal bikes are. So my idea was to simply cut that out like that. So now you have a wide tunnel that resembles that. And so to get this out of the image, you now have this. So wide tunnel, very similar to that. It sits over the top of the frame, so it covers the frame, versus those ugly pictures. And then it covers everything. It makes it look, you know, more bobber-esque. And then there's the stock tank. Now, a big thing I don't like about the stock tank, one, it's super wide. Compare that to that, and even that. So that's looking down on it. And then also, the tunnel is super deep. When you compare the tunnels going across, the tunnel is super deep here, so it hangs way over the side of the frame. It's about to the top of the carburetor, honestly. And if you do a neck chop like I did, it really like cuts out. Like it ruins the work of the neck chop and the time and effort that you put into it. And if there's anybody that did do a neck chop, they know exactly what I'm talking about, because it is miserable. The amount of time grinding and cutting and smoothing and grinding and smoothing, and with the flap disc and finishing, it is a never-ending. Like right now, mine's not even perfect. Now, if you're gonna do single backbone, cut it all out, get you a chopper tank from like TC Bros or what, Lowbrow Customs. Dennis Kirk, I think, makes some like really gnarly ones too. Or make your own tank if you're, you know, that diving into it. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much your three options, and then you get different ones as far as the single, the single backbone. You can get different ones and then do the same thing as I'm trying to do, which is cut out. And so to go even expand even further onto that, I didn't make a template. I just kind of outlined from the sides of the tank going down, traced around to make a belly pan essentially, or a bottom. This will explain kind of everything as far as my plans go. So this is the bottom that I had cut out. It's not wide enough. Like when you do that, you can even tell, you can see it's not wide enough. But so that would sit flush here and then flush on the back up there, which means it would come up to about here. So this part right here will cover up your frame rail, and then the bottom of it sits about there. And then I was gonna TIG weld all this in, which I'm no TIG welder by any means, and this would be an extreme challenge. but I am fairly proficient. So yeah, as far as that goes, that's that. So for gas tank options, that's pretty much all you get, which it really sucks, but at the same time it is just a gas tank. But with that being said, the gas tank in my opinion is like wheels on a car or handlebars on your bike. Like it really changes the whole perspective of the bike. So if you have jackrabbit handlebars and then you go to like 16 apes, like it is going to way completely different, change everything. Same with the gas tank. If you go from a stock gas tank to a sporty gas tank, or even a sporty to the axed alien one I have, everything, like if you're really paying attention in the craftsmanship of the bike, it changes everything for sure. So that's just a short little video I wanted to make. There's probably going to be barely any editing in this just because I'm like spewing off thoughts right now. Yeah, I know. Where's the fender and the sissy bar? I need to, but here's the bike. I've done some work. Kind of did a crappy mount for the headlight using this old speedometer mount. Handlebars are in. They are the Baxter Jackrabbits. Shout out to Lane Split. Bars are on. I've ridden it probably about 40 miles now. Spewed coolant all out the overflow right here. As you can see, it's still leaking. Also, it's leaking from right there. I know it's hard to see and I'm shaky with the camera. It looks like it actually, yeah, blew out the top. So definitely gonna need to fix that. Put a piece of hose on that and then build like an overflow at some point. Other than that, put the taillight and license plate on. Or not, yeah, the taillight sucks. Need a new one. I'm running the stock tank. I like the headlight like this. Everybody else runs it the other way. At least people who run triangle ones. I really like it like that because it is different. Other than that, ignition switch is here. Neutral light, start switch, should fire right up. Also keep in mind that is no choke, just cold start. I guess I could have grabbed the header, but like ice cold, ice cold. Well, the header's already warm, but the head is ice cold. But yeah, I need a screen for the carb, and the bolt. One of this bolt broke. Everything else runs good. I need to put an inline filter for the car, but she rips for sure. But yeah, still need to button some stuff up. Like some of the headlight and taillight wiring is kind of ghetto. Just for now though, like I'm gonna definitely button it up. Just need to work out the kinks. Going through the like, I hope I tightened everything phase.